Hello, YouTube and X. It's your main man, BTM here, bringing you back to the BTM Crypto News Network. So thanks for joining. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe and super chat. So we're talking about Zebec, and Zebec possibly going to the moon tomorrow. It's just weird though. I think the um, Fed is not going to cut the rate, right, and going to send everything spiraling out of control because of what happened with him and one of the deputies. I think he's going to try to send a message to President Trump and not do a rate cut whatsoever. And everybody's going to be shocked. And of course, Trump is going to be very angry. But I do think they're not going to cut the rate tomorrow. I think everybody's talking about it. People are talking about a what does this guy say? Somebody said a whole percent rate cut or 50% rate cut, maybe a 2.25% rate cut. But I'm thinking this guy might not even cut the rate at all, just to give everybody another middle finger on the way out. So let me know what you guys think. I think this guy's really going to push it and see how far he can go with this. But let me know what you think. So, quick shout out to Caleb and Brown for the sponsorship. They sponsor uh, BTM Crypto News Network and the BTM Crypto News channel. So, thanks for their support. If you're looking for a 24/7 crypto brokerage, you get a one-on-one broker and someone to help you with any possible question you can come up with. These guys are here all night and all day and all morning, there to help you navigate your crypto community. What up, Alfred? What's going on, fam? Where you been? Been a minute there, bro. What up, Tony T? What's going on, fam? Thanks for joining. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And keeping it moving, looking at the crypto bubbles. So, our favorite ZBCN, the payroll company of the future, the cryptocurrency set to change everything. The one that is going to, what is that? The one that's going to revolutionize payroll and streaming payroll is up 2.5 on the day, at 0 on the hour, 9% on the week, 5.3 for the month, and 205 for the year. So, question: do you think the price would be higher if we had the AMA this morning? I can't stop thinking about that all day. So it's been on my mind, so I wanted to ask you guys, what do you think if we would have had the AMA today? Because I keep looking at it, I keep thinking about it, I keep looking at the price. You see here, was it not Natex is up 19.2 and a Zebec is only up 5%. I was wondering, working at working that at partner, working that out partner. No worries. But I was wondering, how high would it have been if we had the AMA today? And it's weird with these guys with rescheduling AMAs, man. What is going on? Is it something that happened? Someone got sick or some kind of technical? I could see, but I guess it's better to reschedule it than have something happen and them not being able to join or any other technical glitches. So I suspect it might just be better to reschedule. But I'm just thinking, man, what if we had it today? We could have been to the moon and back. Let's look at the rest of the bubbles. Baby Dodge is up 5.1, Theta 2.6, XPX up 2%, Dog with a hat up 5.3. Render up 3.2. McCade up 5.8. Osmos up zero point 0.8. Cubic up 2.6. Casper's up 2.8. Let me see, where are we at? Still under 10 cents. Flare is up 2.1. Turbo is up 2.2. Shout out to the Turbo Toad Warriors, the Turbo Toad Army. Turbo Toad, stand up. Virtual is up 2.4. Near's up 2.8. AI Tech is up 2.5. Solana is up 1.8. Uniswap is up 1.4. FET is up 1.2. XLM is up 1.5. How Can We Pay is up 1.4. Putty Penguin is up 4.1. Ingest is up 2.2. Nero's up 3.4. Organize up 4.1. Peanut is up 3.8. Shib is up 1.5. Pepe is up 2.3. DAG is up 7.3. Flock is up 2.3. A lot of 1s and 2%. I thought it would be pumping like crazy before this FOMC meeting tomorrow. That's weird. And we'll be live tomorrow broadcasting the FOMC meeting as we always do to get the live reaction from you guys. H bar is up 1.6. XRP is up 1.8. What is this? XRP is at $3.05. Farcoin's up 3.2. AIZ16 is up 5.2. Looks like the meme coins got hit pretty hard. So let me know what you guys think about that. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe the video. Arrow is up 5.7. Down 5.7. I'm tripping. Spectra is up 2.9. Algo's 2.6. Gala's 2.6. Bear is 2.6. Pith is 2.8. Litecoin is 1.2. FTT is 2.7. Bonk 4.7. Mr. Miggles is 1%. ICP, after all that mess these guys were talking about, down 13 on the month, 42.5 on the year, and up 2.5 today. I remember this guy was talking about it was going to $50 or something. Looks like it's going the other way, bro. ICP's not doing it, brother. Swarms is 3.7. Sui's 3.7. Cardano's 1.9. Keeping it moving. There is a article. The Federal Reserve expected to cut interest rates. Why? The Federal Reserve rate cut plan is spurring up trouble. The Federal Reserve is about to cut interest rates today, September 16th, maybe tomorrow. For the last time since 2024, the current rate is 4.25 to 4.50. Most experts expect a small 0.25 cut, bringing it to 4% to 4.25%. Some even whispered about a bigger 5.50 drop, though that's less likely. Sounds simple, right? The decision is sparking heated debate. Here's why people get riled up. The Fed says the economy needs a boost. Job data looks shaky with fewer new hires and unemployment creeping up. Inflation sitting at 3% isn't as wild as it was a few years ago, but still above the Fed's 2% goal. They argue that cutting rates will make borrowing cheaper, encouraging spending and hiring. Sounds good for workers and businesses. But hold up. Critics are shouting that the move could backfire. Inflation's still sticky, and some say slashing rates now is like pouring gasoline on a smoldering fire. Prices for groceries, rent, and gas could jump higher if the Fed isn't careful. Plus, the new tariffs might push costs up even more. So why risk it? So that's what I'm thinking, guys. Because of that, I don't think they're going to cut the interest rate. I think it's going to be pandemonium tomorrow, and we'll see the market slip. But if it comes down, it's coming down for us to pick it up so we can buy the dip. So let me know what you guys think. This is a quick video from a main man. Um,
When you speak, your words travel instantly.
Crypto Chrome. Let's see what he's got popping. See, is the volume up? There's some problems with the browser again. Of course it's not. Man, every time. How does this even go down?
Think of money like conversation. When you speak, your words travel instantly. No one waits 3 days to hear what you said. Zebec wants money to work the same way, and ZBCN is the token making that possible. Here's the part that surprises most people. This isn't a theory. Zebec is already streaming $44 million in payroll every single month. Nearly 12,000 employees are being paid across 232 companies, with cards reaching 97 countries. That's adoption most projects only dream about. ZBCN isn't just a ticker symbol, it's the key to the entire system. It powers fees, staking, and governance. It connects payroll, treasury, and cards into one living ecosystem. And picture what comes next. A freelancer gets paid instantly after finishing a job. A musician receives royalties every time a song is played. Cloud services bill by the second. Even rent flows by the hour. Money becomes as natural, instant, and unstoppable as your own voice. But every revolution faces challenges. Regulation is still uncertain. Bear markets can slow momentum, and competitors are waiting to chase the same model. The suspense isn't about if money will stream, it's about who will control the rails when it does. Zebec is already proving it live. ZBCN could be the token powering one of the biggest shifts in financial history. And when the world finally flips to real-time money, the question is, will you be on those rails or left waiting for the old system to catch up? Want more crypto videos? Check out my playlist. Remember, this post is brought to you by the Crypto Chrome. Like, follow, share, and repost this video if you believe that crypto is the future and the future is now.
So shout out to uh Crypto Chrome for those videos. He makes them like every day. Shout out to all the hard work he's putting in for those. Appreciate your effort, my main man. Um, Going forward, let's look at the holders real quick. Currently, we're 82,704 wallets. Last 4 hours, we added 39. 12 hours, we added 107. For the day, we're up 178. 3 days, 234. For the week, 484. For 2 weeks, 784. And for the 30 days, we are up 1,746. It's weird that three of these have four at the last number, but that's just coincidence, I suspect. Uh, Currently, Solo Scan says we are at 82,708. Hopefully, we'll push over up to that 10K price, 10K holders at some point. Zebec 0042 currently up 4.14, down 0.97 on the hour. For the week, we're up 8.65. Last 30 days, we are down 6.38. 90 days, we're up 5.32. 5.32. And for the year, we're up 250. What up, Nico? What's going on, fam? Have you seen Zebec's advertising with Uphold? Yes, sir, Alfred. I actually did. But on that note, let's go over to X. I think this is the one you're talking about, give or take. Alfred, talking about this video.
Finally yours.
Guess we'll run it back.
You can feel it. The pulse of progress. The beat of a new system. Money that moves with the same energy as the game. No more waiting. Just pure, constant momentum. A flow powered by Zebec, secured by Uphold. This is a stadium takeover. The game is finally yours. You can feel it. The
I'm tripping. So let me go. Thanks for pointing that out, Alfred. That was the video. Hope the whole video wasn't muted out. Actually, I just thought about that. But this is uh, how does Zebec win circle wins? But also on that video we just saw, I'll be glad when they do actually make an announcement or point out, because I'm really anxious to see what they're doing with the NHL and the NBA. And I think that was Live Free. He mentioned it earlier in the video that it's going to be huge. Like once they announce it in front of a full on arena, if it is the app or if they're streaming payroll or whatever the announcement is, it's going to be big. Network effects across chains. Every time USDC launches on a new chain, Base, Solana, Avalanche, Arbitron, Zebec can bring streaming payroll and programmable flows there. This makes Zebec more chain agnostic while keeping all the liquidity denominated in one trusted unit, USDC. Expansion equals more corridors for Zebec to plug into. And that is cool, right? Just telling us Zebec is going to be multi-chain and wide open. Need more options. What does this mean for ZBCN? Are we cooked or even more bullish? Or is it unrelated, means nothing at all? So, CoinDesk says new, should be news actually. New, Google launches its AI payment protocol AP2 with support for stablecoins, partnering already include Coinbase, PayPal, MasterCard, and dozens of more. That is actually a really good question. I'm hoping this includes Zebec, right? As Zebec is working, World Pays on here, Accenture, Sender, Coinbase, Deloitte, Ethereum Foundation, Etsy, Forner, Gravy, The Iconic, Intuit, JCB, Just Pay, Lightspark, MasterCard, Mesh, MetaMask, uh, Mystery Labs, Missing Lab, I don't know. OKTA, uh, Pioneer, Payoneer, PayPal, PwC, Revolt, Red Hat, Salesforce, ServiceNow.com, Union Pay, Open Line, World Line, World Pay, W Pay, and something else. So yeah, it's going to be interesting if they are included in this or not. Bitcoin may see a modest short-term boost if the Feds cut the interest rate to 5 BPS tomorrow, but history shows no lasting rally. Longer cuts or hikes drive bigger swings. Google teams up with Coinbase to bring stablecoin payments to AI apps. That is interesting. And I didn't even see that coming. Maybe this is why PayPal is stalling on the listings. So spot XRP ETF update, Rec Osprey, launch date 6 or 9/18, Thursday, I think. Grayscale 10/18, 21 shares, 10/19, Bitwise 10/20, Wisdom Tree 10/20, Canary Capital 10/23, Coin Shares 10/23, Franklin Templeton 11/14. Interesting. This is my main man, Midas Gold, ZBC and USDT technical analysis. I guess this is the trading pair. Price is holding at the 0.0428 plus 0.77% with steadily net inflows, 20.69 mil won ZBCN in the last 24 hours. Strong buy wall at the 0.0427, resistance 0.0446, then the 0.0458, support at the 0.0396 and the 0.0400. RSI neutral, room for upside. Accumulation phase looks strong, breaks over the 0.046 could send us toward the 0.055, 0.5 plus. So you're saying basically if we get bullish enough with accumulation, we could push up to the 0.005. So let's check out the 5-minute chart. 0.005 is up here. And I thought I had a marking on the 0.006, but we'll add one back to the 0.005 as well. Oh, man. For some reason, something is not letting me. Finally, let's change this to purple. All right, let's make it light purple because there already is a yellow or something in here. You see, where is it? It's yellow. Should be at 6. Oh man, I gotta pull it out. RSI is down to 41. RSI base moving average is 47.3. MACD is down. We're losing volume on the 5-minute. On the 15-minute. Let's see, stretch this out again. Got a couple of red, couple of green. RSI is down to 48.6. I guess we're still in overbought territory. RSI base moving average is 54.9. Losing volume on the 15-minute chart, had a MACD cross and came down. On the 45-minute chart, looks like a couple of red candles. RSI base moving average is 52.5. RSI is 52.6. And we're losing volume on the 45 minutes. So you had a MACD cross and volume started going down. Looks like the MAC might cross again. On the 1-hour chart, it's pretty much the same. back in the overbought territory, losing volume. RSI is 53.6. RSI moving average is 56.6. And on the 2-hour, so I got a red candle. Wait, what happened? Okay, that's not what we wanted. It's weird. Let me see. So on the 2-hour, looks like I've got a couple red candle. RSI is 55.8. RSI base moving average is 56.5. And we're building volume on the 2-hour, and the MACD is open. Going over to the 4-hour. 4-hour showing the same thing. Got a red candle and a green candle. 4-hour shows we're actually building volume, had a MACD cross. RSI is 53.8. RSI base moving average is 49.3. Let's go back to X. Keep pushing. Let's see what else we got here. Staking is at 5.5 billion. ZBCN staked before the bull run starts. 5.5% of the supply. Let me see. Does this show this on the staking thing? What is this staking? God. Is it back? It's weird because how come mine didn't show that? Okay. No, it's weird. It's weird. You got to connect the wallet to see the staking. Let's see if we do connect what happens here. Let me see. Trying to see if this will. Oh, it does show it if you stake. Okay. You got to connect your wallet to see it. That's interesting. So he is right. Currently, there are 5.5 million. Was it million or billion? 5.5 billion. Yeah, that's billion actually. 5.5 billion staked. And the average is 684,000 staked. So I'm gonna have to stake some more actually. I don't think I'm at the average. I think I'm slightly under the average. This is we're on our way, Zebekians. Keep your head up. Track honor hands. Oh, wait a minute. This is actually videos? Okay. So this is on the day up 7%. On the month, 6 months, we're up 326. Uh, what is this? The week we're up 6.5. For the month, we're down 7.2. So this is 7.2, 7.4 down. Let's see here. Peace. I'm back in LA. What up, Yazin? What's going on, fam? Thought you dipped out on us for a second there. Thanks for joining. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. In reference to yesterday's ZBCN post, 25 cents to $1 by December 31st. The ZBN crew would never allow for such things to happen to me. Not literally. Poof before some of y'all slick SOBs get too excited. Let's go. And this is that XRPR Rex Offspray XRP ETF coming soon, which was the 18th. So some of this is XRP. See if we can get back to Zebec. This is Black Roo talking about the NBA and NHL commercial. This my own time. I'm gonna be a moon boy, but I believe we're gonna pass $1 this cycle. You won't see me in the state of mind again. NFA, DCA, stack, stake, cold storage. And this is XRP those who loaded XRP at 50 cent under the death and profit. Now with the price lowering, hovering above $3, my eye is on XDC right now. When the next awakening hits, the XRP gains will look just like the warm up. Stack smart, position early. The next wave you won't miss. There was sound here. Apparently not. Showing XRP and DC. The great mechanisms of fate stirs, unseen turns. Shapes tomorrow. The signal's clear. ZBCN moves towards this moment. ZBCN reposts this notice. ZBCN official links the Zebec, the staking site, and the airdrop. Please aware there are official scams links going around. You will be scammed out of your investment. Lock up your investment via staking. Take them off these exchanges and cold storage them. Stay focused on rewards via airdrop staking, nothing else. Buybacks in oversold tokens can flip the market sentiment fast. Don't just stabilize. They don't just stabilize prices, they signal confidence from the team. Currently, these top oversold tokens with buyback programs right now. Now, the real alpha is spotting which projects are actually buying back versus which are setting up for just another short term pump. Which of them do you think have the most suitable buyback engines? So we have a Zebec, top oversold token with buyback programs. Zebec at oversold, Athena at oversold, Kato at oversold, up 10% on the last week. Evo up 4%, oversold. Market cap at 36 million, Kato's at 21 million. Tripping. Kato's at 271.5 million. Evo's 85 million. I was looking at the 24-hour volume. Athena is 5 billion. What is this? The Zebec 337 million. Synthetic Network 260 million, and Jupiter 1.5 billion. All of these are oversold. So keeping it moving. This is my main man, Crypto Star Rally. We'll come back to that. Top 10 coins by Luna Crush Galaxy Score. We got Omni, SCA, Zebec, ZBCN, Kilo, DXDE, Merlin, SOLV, ATH, CUDIS, and Order. Scored these measure assets against itself from combined social and market perspective. It can also be used as a signal when a project is entering a new territory from very positive to very negative. Interesting. I stopped messing with Luna Crush when they added the fees. Like, no, bro. Top layer one projects by social activity. Bitcoin number one. Paid engaged post 174K on September's today, actually. Solana 110K, Ethereum 105K, Cardano 17.6, Binance 11.1 thousand, Sui 8.8, Cron 7.3 thousand, Casper 7.3 thousand, Hype 7,000, and Litecoin 6. I was expecting ZBCN to be on here. That was interesting. Top crypto top movers 24 hours and rank IMX at 12%, ZBCN up 11, Murano XMR 6%, ATH 6%, AVAX 6%, Brett 4%, Arrow 4%, CRV down 4%, Lina down 4%, Ethereum 5, 3%. Just saw this too. Forward Industries dropping 1.6 billion in the Solana is a massive signal that traditional players are ready to move core ops on chain. When you talk payroll, real-time streaming, a Zebec Network, ZBCN is already the leader in that lane. Wouldn't be surprised if conversations are happening behind the scenes. Zebec's infrastructure is built exactly for what these firms are aiming to execute. The bridge between enterprise adoption and compliance, blockchain payroll is already here. So this is Tsunami Cost Cast, the 1.6 billion rise as a starting gun for a broader re-architecture of the corporate finance on Solana. Forward plans to be the guinea pig that runs the core operations on chain, payroll, paying vendors, equity, insurance, raising money, dividends, stock splits, shareholder votes, with the milestone being tokenized a portion of the company's liquidity. Yep, John 316, he is 1.2 million Zebec. A good start. Thanks. What up, John? Smash the like. Please smash the like and share button if you get a chance. Solana's top token is back. Top gainer in Solana the last 24 hours. Which one is your moonshot? and this is Zebec up 11 point. I'm tripping. Hold on a second. Zebec up 11.2%. Era up 7.9. ATH up 6.7. Grass 3.2. Sushi 3. AI 16Z 2.6. Dog 2.7. Ordinate 2.6. So let me know. This is Bozilla CKJ. ZBCN price soars 150 in a week, breaks all-time high. Article from May I had to use for this video. Okay. These are the top 5 real-world asset gainers in the past 24 hours. So we got DOVU up 15%. ZBCN up 8.28. Tesla stock. It's a crypto? Here, up 4.61%. Goldfinch up 3.2. Lumina up 2.0. So let me know what you guys think about that as well. And let me see here. Top 10 movers 24-hour rank. Zebec is number 2 up 7%. IMX 10%. XMR up 6%. ENA up 5%. Actually down 5%. Why would the down 5% be in the top 10? That's weird. MYX with 5%. Brett down 4%. AVAX down up 4. Ethereum EF up 4. Form down 4. And Lina down 4. And this is the panel conversation move from today till tomorrow at 11:30. And I'm kind of shocked that they moved it at the last minute, but maybe it's for the good. Can't be mad there. Circle and USDC expansion with Hyperliquid. Today marks a major milestone in our expansion and engagement with the Hyperliquid ecosystem and the official launch of the native USDC and CCTP V2 on Hyper EMV. Bring the world's most reliable, liquid, interoperable, and globally available dollar stablecoin into the community. Additionally, in the coming weeks, we'll enable direct deposit and CCTF interoperability for Hyperliquid USDC on Hyper Core. It's just Hyper. What is alongside this launch? Circle is now direct shareholder in Hyperliquid ecosystem with our first Hyper token investments along a comprehensive program to work with the most innovative HIP3 and Hyper V EVM builders in the community. We're also evaluating the possibility of becoming a Hyperliquid validator. That's interesting. You can read through this on my page. Kind of concerned there. It's a lot going on with the
where AI, blockchain, and other advanced technologies streamline processing.
let's see what this is. Actually, this is DTCC merging from tech industry innovations. Here's how DTCC is building tomorrow's milestone.
Imagine a financial ecosystem that moves as one, where AI, blockchain, and other advanced technologies streamline processing, where trades settle with certainty, DTCC makes it possible by purposefully innovating for the global markets. Faster, smarter, more connected. Markets are evolving. We help you access new opportunities so you can grow. The future isn't far away. We're building it today. DTCC, Financial Markets Forward. Imagine a financial
So shout out to DCC. Hey, Zebec fam. Quick reminder to set your reminder for the live tomorrow. Update our panel in Azure. Turnkey will be happening tomorrow, September 17th at 1:30 Eastern, 12:30 Central Time, 6 p.m. UK. Don't miss insights on how we're going to bring the stablecoin payroll to the masses, powered by the Zebec infrastructure. Zebec posed for a potential breakout alongside BNB, which is Binance. And I was going to hit you real quick with a video from earlier. Can't find it now. Let's see what this guy's talking about real quick.
What's up, ladies and gents? You know what time of day it is. It's Zebec time. And in today's video, we're going to be talking all about Zebec. We're going to be discussing what we're seeing here on the charts. And I'll be giving you guys my price prediction for Zebec over the coming days and weeks, as well as my targets for 2025. So be sure to stay tuned for all of that. Of course, if you are a new viewer, then welcome to this channel. If you do like this sort of content, hit the like button and subscribe for more. If you are a returning viewer, as always, welcome back to the channel. It's great to have you all here. So, of course, we're going to be diving straight into this video. We're going to start off with the shorter term here on Zebec and then move on to those 2025 targets. And of course, here for Zebec, we are seeing a bit of a consolidation right now. So what I mean by that is that if we get the trend lines here on the Zebec charts, we can see that for the past few weeks here on Zebec, we have been following this upper resistance line, and we also have a support that looks a little bit like this. So you can see that both trend lines are strong trend lines. This upper resistance has been tested on 4 separate occasions. As of yesterday, this support has been tested a total of 3 times, making them both strong trend lines. And as you guys can see, the 2 trend lines of the triangle meet at about the 24th of September. So essentially, what this means is that Zebec has until the 24th until it kind of has to make its mind up about which direction it wants to go. And over the next couple of days, I do think that we could probably see a breakout here on Zebec because of the fact that we have something pretty huge coming out for tomorrow. Now, of course, that is the interest rate decision. Now, you can see here on the Trading Economics homepage that by 7 p.m., that is my time, by the way, so I think that will be about 2 p.m. Eastern time in the USA, you can see that the Fed interest rate decision is going to be coming out. Now, for us here in crypto, this is always a big event because crypto is a risky asset. And generally speaking, when we get lower interest rates, it supports risk on behavior. So essentially, the lower the rates, the better it is for us in crypto. Now,
So as always, you already know this is like the biggest decision in crypto. If the rate is cut, people will invest. If the rate is not cut, people will not invest and continue to hold. So the pump would happen if the rates cut happens, and people have a couple bucks to invest. But I'm telling you, like I was saying earlier, I don't think they're going to cut the rate. I think the Fed is going to try to stick it to President Trump one more time and leave the rate unchanged, blaming it on the current job and the trends in the market. So let me know what you think. Let's get back to this video real quick.
as you can see, by this interest rate decision, we've got a current value of 4.5%. And now the whole market is basically expecting a drop of down to 4.25%. Now, essentially, there has been some uncertainty beforehand. So I do think that when it comes to tomorrow and we do get a 4.25% print, I do think that that will be mildly bullish for the crypto markets. Might be enough to nudge us above this upper trend line here on Zebec. If we get enough force, then we could see a pretty successful breakout to the upside from this triangle pattern. Now, just to cover the other scenarios that are possible as well, the next most likely scenario, according to Polymarket, is a print of not 4.25, but 4%. So basically a 50-point drop and not a 25% drop. And if that were to happen, that, in my opinion, would be very short-term bullish. I think that we could see quite a forceful move above this upper trend line here if we see a print of 4% instead of 4.25. However, if we see that the interest rate is not changed, if we see this value here at 4.5%, which there is still about a 2% chance of, then we would probably see the markets absolutely plummet at this point. So we would see a breakdown below this triangle pattern here. And so that is what I think that the interest rates will do for Zebec in the short term over the coming few days. Of course, you can see that half an hour later as well, there is a meeting with the Fed, and the tone of that meeting will also dictate how the market moves. So if the Fed is sounding dovish, so basically bullish, that is going to be very good for us here on Zebec. And if the Fed is a little bit more worried, a little bit more concerned in his voice, then we'll notice that in the markets as well, because we'll see the markets drop after this meeting occurs. So essentially, we've got a very big day tomorrow here for Zebec. Whatever happens tomorrow, I think will dictate what happens with this triangle pattern. Of course, for the shorter term, that could mean that if we see a breakout to the upside, we could be looking at a pretty big price target as a result from this triangle. Of course, if that does occur, we would see a price target here of 0.0075 here on Zebec, a 70% upside, particularly if we get very good news tomorrow. However, if we do see a breakdown scenario where prices break down below this lower support line here, we could also see prices touch around 0.0023. So we've got to pray that we get a good result tomorrow from the Fed interest rate decision. Now, of course, before I move on to the longer term predictions, if you guys want to get $10 completely free, show you guys with regards to this consolidation that we are seeing is the fact that if we drag this lower support across, we can kind of line it up so that it takes the whole length of this price action that we've seen here on Zebec since May. And as you guys can see, it's been a pretty strong support for this price action when we saw this pump. So if we do this, if we take this extended support as the consolidation and we do see a breakout to the upside, we could be looking at an even bigger price target. Now, of course, that price target here on Zebec gives us this to look forward to. Of course, if we drag this to where we could see a breakout here on Zebec, we could be looking at an upper price target here of 0.018. Now, if we take this a step further and say that this is the resistance that we are looking at here on Zebec, this is the one that I've been looking at for quite some time. Let's say we see something like this in the shorter term. So let's say we see a pump, but we see a bit of a consolidation at around the 0.005 area, and then we start to see another massive pump going across like this, then that could mean that we've seen Zebec respect this upper resistance line here. If that is the case, then we get an even larger price target here on Zebec, which is the first test of support to the first test of resistance. And that gives us a price target from wherever we see a breakout of up to 0.025. So we've got a range of price.
So he's saying possibly 2 cents versus 1 cent. And somebody mentioned in the comments possibly 1 to 5 cents by the end of the year. I've seen 25 cents to $1. So the price is all over the place. You can see here on the CMC altcoin index, altcoin season is 72. But again, altcoin season doesn't start until the Bitcoin dominance shrinks. And let's go back to see where the Bitcoin dominance is. Weighing the low, Bitcoin currently 116K. Fear and greed is neutral. So that means it's gonna have to be closer to greed before altcoin season starts. And RSI is 48.92, which is right in the middle, closer to oversold. So we have to wait for that to kind of level out before the price pumps again. Currently, we're at the 0043, up 5.52% on the day. Market cap is 395.9, up 5.53. 24-hour trading volume is 16.1 million, up 12.9. And let's see who needs accountants anyway. Coming from Azure's Evolve conference, we'll be announcing a new venture with Azure software. Interesting. I'm bullish. The last of the 2% unlocks, all the rest are 6 more, are just 1%. Last one in March. And we mentioned that yesterday that the unlocks are going down. Those of us diehard holders, we are going to look so much more better in 12 months' time, downright handsome. Oh, you read that yesterday. So let's see why the price is up today. A Zebec Network, ZBCN rose 4.6% in the past 24 hours, outperforming the broader crypto market 1.25%. Key drivers include bullish technical retest, strategic partnerships, momentum, and anticipation of the compliance milestones. Technical breakout signals bullish retest at key support levels, ecosystem expansion, World Mobile Partnership for Global Payment Infrastructure, regulatory progress, final steps of SOX 2 audit and MECI alignment. Deep dive. Technical breakout signals bullish impact. Overview. ZBCN reclaiming the critical levels, including the 618 Fibonacci retracement. Every day with the 618, bro. Every single day. At the 0039 and the VWAP support, as noted in crypto news. On August 19th, the MAC histogram turned positive at 4045, signaling growing bullish momentum. What this means, technical traders likely interpreted the consolidation above support as accumulation with declining volume preceding a potential breakout. The 24-hour trading volume rose 10% to 15.6 million, confirming buyer interest. What to look for: a sustained close above the pivot point 0040 could target the 23.6 Fibonacci retracement at the 0048. So he says if we stay above the 004, currently we are above the 00. Wow. At the 0043, they said we can push up to the 0048. So we'll have to wait and see on this one. Partnership driven growth. Overview. Zebec announced the Zebec Net, a decentralized eSIM network with World Mobile, expanding its payment infrastructure to 70 countries. This follows integrations with Algorand and Octaspace and cross-chain card spending. What this means: partnership enhance real-world utility for ZBCN, directly linking adoption to demand for payroll and payment services. Zebec cards processed 52 million and monthly volume up 7% month over month. And if you've been watching this, you know that the month over month is going up every month, which is what you want, right? Per July 2025 reports, regulatory tailwinds and mixed impact. Overall, Zebec is finalized its SOC 2 audit expected late August and submitted the MECI compliance white papers for EU approval. However, a 10.9 million token unlock occurred August 15th, representing 2.43% of the circulating supply. What this means, regulatory progress could attract institutional inflows, but unlocks risk near-term selling pressure. The price absorbed the unlock without significant dips, suggesting strong holders' conviction. Conclusion: ZBCN's rise reflects technical strength amplified by tangible adoption, cards, payroll growth, and regulatory maturity, while short-term resistance exits near the 0045. Compliance milestones could catalyze institutional interest. Key watch: can the Zebec Net Fall 2025 launch sustain volume above $20 million day to validate the bullish structure? So if we're at 16.1, can we hold above 20 million a day towards the end of the year? So let me know what you guys think about that. And let's see here. Just checking something real quick. There was this article, but all it said about ZBCN was at the bottom, kind of like clickbait. Zebec Network is a top crypto project in the fintech industry. The platform provides a platform where companies simplify their payroll and where users can get crypto-powered cards. The network handles millions of dollars worth of transactions each month. The Zebec network prices remained under pressure for the past few months, moving from high of 0072 in June to the current 0043. A closer look shows that Zebec prices bounced back in the past few days, moving from the low of 0035 on September 2nd to 0043 today. It has formed an ascending channel, which is part of a bearish flag pattern. Therefore, most likely Zebec price forecast is where it resumes the downtrend and possibly retest the June low of the 0035, which is about 20% below the current level. So let me know what you guys think about that. And on that note, we'll shut it down. Thanks for joining. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe and super chat. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let's get back to the money and stay dangerous. Miner out.